Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me. So we are on a roll with these eyeshadow looks / eyeshadow tutorials. So I did a 3 days of free looks for New Year's Eve, so I'll link that in the cards above if you haven't seen that yet. I don't know when this 3 days free looks will go up. So we're going to be using the ABH and the Aina palette. Now I'm not going to lie guys, this is not me, this is not my comfort zone. It's very, very dark, almost grungy. I mean, I'm sure I could make some pretty looks out of it, but today I'm being drawn to sponsored this one here. So I want to build a look around that, I think. Let's see what this brush is like, because we might be able to use this. I really like the ABH brushes. What do you guys think of them? This is my third one because I've got 3 of their palettes now. And I actually prefer these ABH ones to that Sigma one that came with the Sigma palette. The Sigma Enchanted, I think it was called. But yeah, we've got a nice fluffy side here. And then we've got this side here for packing on the colour. So let's see how far this brush gets. Really, really good. Right, so shade wise, I feel like all these plums and purples are more for the purple side of the palette, and I feel like for this side of the palette we've got these darker browns. It's really dark. Right, I'm gonna go in with ginger really, really tentatively. And we can always build it up. Oh, it's not actually showing up. Obviously I went in too tentatively. Yeah, that's more like it. My eyes haven't been watering for the longest time. It's my nose at the moment. It's doing my head in. Right, so it's not as dark and scary as I first thought. If you want to put a bit on, this is enough for me. Right, so like normal ABH palettes, I don't think you're going to be able to see it on this camera because the lens is quite crap in my opinion, because I broke it, but it's got a lot of kickback in the pan, but it blends out really, really nicely. I'm gonna just blend that into the outer V there. Yeah, I'm not noticing any patchiness with it. So let's do the left eye. A lot of people that do eyeshadow tutorials have already got one eye done when they come on camera, and then they show you how they've got the second eye look. Would you prefer me to do that, or do you just want to see it all? Because I don't want to sit here and you'd be like, oh, I've already seen that, I didn't really need to see it. Do you like seeing it all and me chatting through it all? I just don't know guys. This is my channel, but it's also your channel, so I would much rather you have a say in how it's run in 2022. This is why I'm trying to do community polls. I feel like this palette is definitely for a deeper skin tone than my skin tone. That's me personally. I am quite pale, and there's not really a pale transition shade in this palette, but I feel like that's worked quite well. I think I'm going to go in with edges on the outer V. I don't really just want to use one shade, So yeah, let's add a bit of depth, which isn't really adding depth. It is a little bit, you can see it a little bit. We're putting it through the crease. What this is missing is a cream ivory matte shade. You're just not getting it in the palette. So I think today I'm going to go and get my Too Faced chocolate bar that's in Project Pan, rather than using that pencil that I use sometimes, that luminous beige highlighter pencil. So let me just go and get this. Right, and then we're just going to go in with Sponsored. This reminds me of something I'm going to show you at the end of this video. We're going to do a mini haul as well. When I say at the end of this video, I mean at the end of day 1 look 1, not at the end of day 3 look 3. I don't want to keep you in suspense. Right, so we're going in with Sponsored now. Let's see how pigmented she is. Ooh, OMG. Guys, this is beautiful. And this isn't even sprayed. Oh my gosh. You don't need to spray that, but I think I will, just to foil it a little bit more. I love ABH shimmers, they are super soft. A lot of you have said to me this is your favourite palette, and I can see why now. And if you've got this palette and you've done looks with it on your channel, if you have a channel, please leave me a comment down below and I'll go and check it out. Yeah, shall we spray it? We'll use this Primark Pierce Energy. It's not looking any more foiled. I think it's because it's a dark colour, and sometimes this is about as good as you're going to get it. But that's beautiful. It is looking a bit more foiled if you look at that eye and then that eye. Right, now for the inner corner. No, maybe this will do. I think this is an Eco Tools brush. Yeah, this one's an Eco Tools. It's not meant for the inner corner, but we'll use it. So I think we're going to use Trust Issues, that like white one there. I can't remember, I think that was a duochrome. Ooh, I'm running that in Sponsored, because that is beautiful. Doesn't look that beautiful in the pan, but trust me guys, if you've got this palette, you'll know just how stunning it is. I think I'm going to spritz that in a minute as well. Well, so far so good with the palette, guys. Yeah, let's give this brush a little bit of a spritz and try and build that trust issues up. I mean, that looks white in the pan and it's coming across as a gold on my eyelid. The camera isn't going to pick it up, but I'm going to try and get a close-up picture of it on my phone and insert it into this video, and then you can just see how golden it looks. I love that. It's probably a bit too dark for the inner corners, but I mean, maybe I could use Soleil tomorrow. That even looks a little bit too dark. Yeah, it is a bit, but we'll try it tomorrow. We'll use Soleil. I think tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be brave. And I think I'm going to centre it around Wiggly, that red there, and we're going to use the red shades there, and then maybe on the third day I normally do a gold look, and I don't know whether to do purple or gold. It's not even though I can ask you. Maybe I'll put it on my community tab which look you would like to see, a purple or a gold look, or maybe I'll be a bit radical and just figure that out for myself. Right, so now just wiping this Sigma pencil brush off I used yesterday. On some old PJ bottoms. Don't know where my colour switch is. Right, so I'm going to go in with a mixture of ginger and edges. So we'll tap into edges first because it's darker, and then go in with ginger. The one thing I hate about this camera is it stops randomly, and if I'm not looking in the viewfinder I just don't know when it stops, so I hope that's not missed too much. Right, mascara time. So we'll start with the Maybelline Total Temptation as always, and then we'll go in with Essence Double Trouble. Sorry guys, I had to remove some memory that time. Right, so let's pop a bit of Double Trouble on. And this, with that other mascara, certainly gives you that kind of false lash effect. I think it's more this mascara, to be honest. Right, I want to just blend it out a little bit. Maybe just get this brush to do that. Yeah, that white, what was it called again? Trust Issues is definitely a duochrome. And I don't know what lipstick to wear, so let me go and grab a lipstick. I thought I might choose a red, but I've surprised myself. I don't get enough use out of these MAC lipsticks, and surprise surprise guys, it's not Velvet Teddy. This one is Hug Me, it's one of their lustres. I don't really like the lustres or the cream lipsticks, I prefer MAC's mattes, but yeah, we'll do this. I can't remember what it looks like. Where have I put my mirror? Oh, use this one. I'm always losing things. I've only just gone to get this lipstick and I've already lost my mirror. Oh, it still smells of vanilla, so we're alright. Oh, it's really sheer. It's more of a gloss than anything. I don't think I like that, but we'll keep. Right, so as I was saying, I don't know whether I like the lipstick. It's very, very sheer, but again, it is a luster. It just looks like, I don't know, a lip gloss to me, like a tinted lip gloss. But I'm used to that more full coverage matte lipstick. Anyway, this is the first look, guys. Absolutely love the eye look. Not too sure about this lip with it. The formula of the eyeshadows I've tried so far are just really, really nice, guys. I'm really glad I got this in the sale, and even happier that I got one for my friend Naomi. I think she's gonna love it. I'm hoping that she will anyway. So yeah, again, we used ginger like all up into the crease and into the transition. Then we went in with edges on the outer V, and then sponsored all on the lid, and then just the shoes in the inner corner and up into sponsored. I'm really looking forward to using it again for a day to look to. It just goes to show, if something looks scary and looks out of your comfort zone, to at least try it, and I'm glad that I have. So yeah, that's that. And right, so these things are Christmas / birthday presents for myself. My birthday's in February, so it works out around 7 weeks after Christmas. So I thought to myself, I won't keep them for my birthday, but that's what they are, Christmas / birthday. And I got a Kindle. So I got one of their Kindle Paperwhites. This one is the 2019 edition. I did have one many years ago, and I used it and used it and used it until it broke, and I didn't repurchase it. I just thought I would go back to books, and I haven't read a book in years, and I've always been meaning to want to get back into reading books, but I don't like carrying books around with me, and I just thought this will help me get into reading books. I have got a book that's been on the go for at least 1.5 years. I'm like 3/4 of the way through it, so I do want to finish that off, obviously. But at the moment, I've been wanting to read this book on here, that's on here for quite a while. It's Finding Freedom. Do you know the Harry and Meghan story that was written? And I just like gossip, so I just thought I would read that. Basically, I've got a sample on here that I've not finished yet, so I think you get about 2 chapters free, and then you get the option to buy it or not. So I feel like that's a good way to try the books. And I've also got the Kindle Unlimited, but that book doesn't come under Kindle Unlimited, unfortunately. I mean, it is only about £4 to buy, so once I've read the chapters on here, I know that I want to buy it. I'm already hooked. So yeah, so we've got the Kindle. If you know of any good books, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see if it's on Kindle Unlimited and read them. I do have a book channel that I've done an intro for. If you're into books as well as beauty, then go ahead and check out the channel, and I would love it if you would subscribe to that channel as well. You don't have to if you only like beauty. It's called Andie's Book Reviews. I'll leave it in the description down below if you do want to head over there. Your support would mean an awful lot, like it does here, but again, you don't have to. And the next thing I think you'll appreciate more, I've been talking about this, I've talked about it a couple of times in my New Year's Eve looks that I've just done. That's on the channel already. So we've got my parcel from Sydney Grace that I ordered. So it's the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson collaboration, the Tiny Marvels palette that she did. And I did want it the first time around. I looked at it and I just thought, well, the finances aren't there. You know, maybe it will get re-released, and they did re-release it, which I'm really, really happy about. And I'm really happy that a portion of the money is going to Mel's family as well. So yeah, that made me really happy when I found that out. So this is what it comes like. It did have bubble wrap on the palette and had a little Sydney Grace sticker, but I tried to film this yesterday, and at the end of that video, that New Year's Eve look, I had red lipstick on my teeth and I didn't want to film any more on that video, so I just cut it out. I don't have lipstick on my teeth today, and it's quite a neutral colour, so you wouldn't see it as much. But yeah, this is the beautiful, beautiful palette. I mean, how beautiful is it? The artwork on this palette is absolutely stunning, and I believe Mel's tattooist helped her out with the artwork. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I've not tried Sydney Grace's formula. I have swatched this already, I couldn't help myself. So this originally was supposed to go away for my birthday. I can't, guys. I ordered it back in November on back order, and it's taken them 31 days to get it to me. Now I know obviously it was on back order, so it would have taken them a bit longer, but 31 days is quite a long time. I mean Colourpop orders only take about 2.5 weeks, but again, you've got to take into consideration that it was on back order and they needed to make the palettes. So this is what the beautiful palette looks like. Again, it mirrors the outer packaging that I've just shown you, and then take this colour saver off. Then this is what it looks like. You're getting a beautiful big mirror there. Not that I use mirrors of palettes. This is kind of my dream colour story, with it having pastels in it, having a green there, this gold here. Oh my gosh, it's so stunning. I definitely need to do swatches on this palette so you can see it up close and personal. But what I wanted to show you for is this shade here, Scarab, which is one of their, I think it's one of their permanent shades, but it's called something else. I've forgotten what it's called. It's not called Scarab though. Mel named that Scarab. So the eyeshadow that I've got on now is from ABH, so it's the ABH and Jackie Aina palette, obviously, as we've just done this look. And Sponsored really reminds me of Scarab, so let's swatch them and see how similar they are. Right, Sponsored is that one there. So I'm going to take my other finger. Oh, this is super soft. Look at that, guys. I mean, Scarab's going to be much better. It's darker. Can you see though how similar they are? This is just a tiny bit darker. It's like a fraction darker, and the eyeshadow formula is just so much better. So this is kind of an introduction for me for trying the Sydney Grace formula. I do feel, like I said in yesterday's video when I filmed it, that I don't think I'd get more from Sydney Grace just because of the time that it takes to come to. I feel like if I can get over that hurdle, it might not take as long if it's not on back order. Then I do want to order from Sydney Grace again. She's got a couple of multi-chromes that I would like. This palette though, I'm so happy that it's in my collection. I will treasure it. So I'm going to be doing some looks probably with this one next after I've used the ABH Jackie Aina. I was going to be using the ABH Subculture. I'll probably use that one next. Or I might do a poll actually and have a break from ABH and do that in a few weeks time. But yeah, this one is definitely coming up next. I'm looking forward to bringing you, I'll probably bring you about 3 or 4 looks with it. I mean, I could certainly spend a week with this palette. I might even do a week. I never do a week with a palette, but I might do a week with this one just to really show it some love and appreciation. But yeah, I absolutely love it. And what I love the most as well, I thought I was going to be hit so hard with customs charges, but I wasn't. I must have paid it in the price when I ordered the palette. It does say on the Sydney Grace's website that the customer is liable for their own customs charges in their country, and I paid custom charges on things that had been sent by friends, so I just presumed I'd pay customs charges on this. It does say on the box, let's have a look. It says AES exemption. I don't know what that means. It obviously means taxes, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. All I know is I'm so happy I didn't get customs. But yeah, this is going to be going just behind me in my drawer, and then we'll be using it in a few days. So yeah, look out for that. Where is the box? Yeah, let's put it back in its box. So yeah, the two things that I got for my birthday for myself. I thought to myself, I know that I'm getting a bit of makeup anyway for my birthday, so I don't really need to keep this one for my birthday. And I thought that you might want to see the looks that I can come up with earlier than February/March. So yeah, we're going to be using that soon. Thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please join me tomorrow for day 2, look 2. Right guys, so today is day 2, look 2. So initially I wanted to do it the very next day that I did day 1, look 1, but it's a couple of days later. Right, so I do want to use this red. The only place I'm going is my mum's, so it doesn't matter what it turns out like. And I do want to use this Supreme shade here and this pinker shade here. Let's just go in with those 3 shades and see what it looks like. I really like this brush here, this BH Cosmetics one, but it needs cleaning off. So how are we all doing? Are you all well? I hope you are. Right, so we're going in with Supreme. Not sure how pigmented it is, but it's a real pink shade. I'm going to put this a little bit closer. Hopefully I won't fall over it when I go and grab a lippy. That was embarrassing the other day in my New Year's Eve video when I did that. But I just wanted to show you guys how much of a klutz I am. I really am. It's actually not too pigmented. Not if you just use it sparsely anyway, like I'm doing. And the only concealer I've got on today, guys, is an under eye concealer. It's that Becca one. And it's looking so good. I mean, if I come close, you can see it's going blurry because of the lens, but you can see there's, I mean, you can see my lines obviously, but normally they're looking cakey with concealer. I really like that under eye concealer, and I'll definitely, if I find another one, I'll definitely repurchase, because it was only £4.99, so yeah, I've got a feeling I won't find another though. Should have bought 2 at the time, but I didn't know if it was going to be any good. And as always, I've gone darker on the left eye. Oh, remember how I told you I placed an order for that Morphe, Disney and Friends Mickey mirror and the palette? Well, my sister's getting me that for my birthday, so you won't see it on the channel till February. But guys, just opened it to make sure it wasn't broken, and oh gosh, I'm in love with it. I'm just going to put a little bit more on the right eye. And then blend it out a little bit with this Real Techniques. I think, no, it's not Bold Metals. For some reason I had Bold Metals in my mind, but that's the other collection that I've got. It's just this one. These are really good brushes. Okay, so that's that. Then we are going to go in with Pinker, which is slightly deeper, that one there. I'm going to use my Sigma pencil brush for this. I'm going to go into the crease, deepen that out. So what do you guys think of this palette? Have you got it? If you have, just leave me a comment down below. I know that a few of you have got to watch this channel because you've said that this is your favourite palette out of the whole ABH collection. I mean, even though it's like deeper shades, you can definitely get it to work for someone as pale as me. Milk bottle white. Right, then, you know, part of me wants to put some concealer down to... I used to have a Revolution one, I just don't know where I put it. Hang on a minute. Yes, let's try and do a halo eye with this concealer. So this one is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. It's in the shade Fair Rose. I don't know what that's doing in there. Hang on a minute, what's in my drawers? I must have bought 2 of them at some point then. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh, why won't it close? I'm going to shift that down there. I think I'm going to use a different concealer. Right, so I was going to use this, but this is quite a good one. I don't know why I bought 2. I thought I was looking for the Revolution one. So I don't know where that one went to, but we're going to use this Hiding Chick one from the from Poundland. And I'm going to put it on this brush here, this side. I think I've gone a little bit overboard by putting it up there. Same on this side. Right, so I'm just going to wait it to get a little bit tacky. I mean, it's wet at the moment, but I can't wait to see what this shade looks like all over the eye. It's really, really red, and I don't normally wear red. It's called Wiggly. It's like a red bronze, and I think then I'm going to go in on the inner corners with Trust Issues. Or should I try Soleil? I think, yeah, let's try Soleil, because we used Trust Issues the other day. It's a beautiful duochrome, that Trust Issues shade, but we have used it once before. So let's see. No, it's still a bit tacky. Just give me a couple of minutes. Right, let's see what this wiggly shade looks like. I'm just using the Anastasia brush that came with the palette. Really packing it on. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. And we all know, guys, I normally steer away from red, but this isn't really, it is red obviously, you can see it's red, but it's got more of a bronze undertone to it as well. Always happens to me, just had to change the battery. Thank heavens I've got multiple batteries for this camera. Not like the newer camera I've got. I've only got one because they're just so darn expensive. I refuse to pay that amount of money. They're like £60–70. Refuse to pay it. Right, so I've only got one eye done, guys, but I'm loving it. Loving it. That is a beautiful shade. And I'm going to try it spritzed in a minute. I'm going to spritz my brush. The only problem I've got with this is I don't know what lipstick to wear with it. I'm not going to put red on because I think it will clash with the eye look. And I don't want to take away from this beautiful eye look. I need some spray now. It's the Vitamin E Skincare Hydrating Mist. It's obviously not a setting spray, it's just a hydrating spray. It's skincare basically. But yeah, it's a really nice spray and I'm glad I've got two of them. Let's see how it foils eyeshadows now then. Because it's dark, like I've noticed with darker eyeshadows, they don't really foil a lot so you can see it. But let's compare. Yeah, you can definitely see that this one is a little bit more foiled than this one, or I can. I'm really glad I got this palette. I'm really glad. I think because we're not using that duochrome on the inner corners, I think I'm going to go in with it on the brow bone and see how that looks. So we're still using Trust Issues but on the brow bone. Ooh, look at that. Don't even know if you can see it. Bit too intense for the brow bone really, but as I say, we're not, well, I'm not actually going anywhere, just to my mum's. And then I'll just wipe this brush off and we'll go in with Soleil, just this one here. I think that might be too dark as well for me personally, and just for the inner corner we're using it. I'm running it into that red. It is quite dark, but it doesn't look too bad. Shall we spritz this brush and try and get it a little bit deeper. Oh, that looks pretty. Right, so now lash line. I think I might just use this pencil brush again by Sigma. So I think we'll do a mix since we've used both of them. We'll use Supreme and Pinker. So we'll go in with Pinker first and then Supreme because it's lighter. Don't want it to be too deep on the lash line. I always think red eyeshadow, especially under the lash line, makes me look sickly. So now we're going in with the Maybelline Total Temptation. And where's the other one? Oh, here. Then we're going in with the Essence Double Trouble. Right, and then we're going to go and grab a lippy. I'll be back soon. Right, so what I want to use, I don't know how well it's going to go, but I want to use this little Becca mini I've got. It's called Orchid. I've not used it in a really long time. It just looks like that. It might be okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna pop a little bit more red on. Just popped on with a finger. Gosh guys, I'm in love with this shade. Now this has really surprised me because I am so in love with this shade and so in love with this look I've created. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice now. But yeah guys, this is the finished look, so this is what we're looking like. Please let me know your thoughts down below, as usual, 1, 2 or 3, which look you like the best. So for tomorrow, I really want to use this gold, guys. That gold looks absolutely beautiful. It's called Zam, but I always use gold, and I've just come off using the Colourpop Gooders Gold, so I think I'm going to forego that and do a purple look. So I think I'll use a big wig, Shuckington, this really nice purple here, and I'll probably start off with Supreme. So yeah, I don't know for sure that's the route I'm going to go down. I would have done 3 days free looks with the palette, and the only shades I haven't used is Lituation, this one here, and also Zam. We can get it out again at a later date. Sometime in the future I might do a poll on which ABH palette that you want me to use for that week. So yeah, that'll probably come in a few months anyway. And if you choose this, I'll probably just do those 2 eyeshadow looks with it. So anyway, this concludes this part of the video. So join me tomorrow for day 3 look free. I'll give you my overall thoughts on the palette. Is it worth your money? It's definitely, I can tell you now, it's definitely worth the money on sale price. I think I paid £18–19 for it. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look on Look Fantastic to give you the exact amount, which I'll do. But it certainly wasn't full price. At full price, I'd looked at this palette before and I said no, them shades are just far too dark for my fair skin, but they're not. You can definitely make them work by just going in with a light hand with some of the darker shades like I have done today. I thought Supreme would have been darker than it is, to be honest. It's not actually that dark. Like I said, this concludes this part of the video. Join me tomorrow for day 3 look 3, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts on the palette. Is it worth your money? Is it worth the splurge? That kind of thing. And I'll see you again tomorrow for day 3 look 3. Hey guys, so today we're doing day 3 look 3 with the ABH and Jackie Aina palette. So it just looks like that. Real beauty. And I did say in yesterday's video we're going to concentrate more on the purples, so I'm just going to get to it because I am going out soon. I've got to go out and help my mum pick out a freezer because her fridge freezer's bust. She has got a spare fridge, but she wants a chest freezer, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Right, I'm going to go in with Supreme just because it is the lighter shade, and then we're going to build on that. I think we're going to get some food as well, maybe KFC. I'm just using the ABH brush that came with the palette. I really like this and it does the job. Just wish it didn't get so patchy. I'm going to pop a little bit more on the right eye. That's looking more pigmented, the left. Don't want too much of this shade on, but we want them to at least match, right? So that's that one. And then I'm going to clean off this BH Cosmetics brush. This is the 122, and we're going to go in with Big Wig. I didn't know whether I was going to go in with Pinker. No, we're going with Big Wig. In the crease to deepen it out. And in the outer V as well. Right, and then I'm gonna just use the other side of the ABH brush, and we're gonna go in with Shockington, this one here. All of these shimmers, guys, in this palette have been absolutely amazing. Right, I'm going to leave a bit of a gap for the inner corner. That is pure pigment. You would not need to go in and spritz it, but we are going to. I'm going to go in with this Eco Tools brush now, and we have used this shade before, but I really like it, and I think it would look good with this look. So it's called Trust Issues. It's a duochrome in the palette. It's probably going to need to be spritzed. Which we'll do shortly. I just want to see what it looks like with a brush first. Right, so let's go in and spritz the purple shade, Shookington. I love that name. I'm always saying, wow, I'm so shook, so I really do like that. So yeah, I really like the name Shookington. To be honest, I've never actually sat down and watched one of Jackie Aina's videos. I really should watch the one where she actually picked names out from this palette and see why she chose them. Because normally you do that when the palette's released by a YouTuber. I like to see why they picked out the names they did. Hang on a minute. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry about that. Perfect timing as always. She's just got no patience. Anyone else's mum like that? She just wants things done when she wants them done. Right, and then I'm going to spray this brush that I've just put that inner corner shade on, Trust Issues. that's too brown for that look. I think this is the only one I've got then. This one is Embellishment. I'm having to wear a liquid one just because I've got to wear a mask. And then I'm just going to pop some of this on, I think. I just hope my mascara doesn't run with it like it normally does. It's not a setting mist, it just hydrates the face. Yeah, I don't mind the overall look. It's really pretty. The eyeshadow palette has kind of blown me away. It's kind of exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect to fall in love with it as much as I have. And yes, I haven't used every single shimmer in the palette. So the ones that we haven't used is Lituation, that one there, and also, no, we use sponsored. Zamin and Dwala. We'll probably use that next time I come to use it. Like I said, I'll probably do a poll in a few months' time and let you choose my ABH palette that you would like to see some looks with, because I have got, I think, 4 now, so there's a choice of 4, and we can do the looks that we haven't done in previous videos. So yeah, we can mix it up a little bit. The mattes, guys, are really nice as well. They're not, I know a lot of people don't like ABH mattes, but I found these to blend out really nicely. I'm just trying to figure out which ones I haven't used. I don't think I used Edges. No, I did use Edges. The only one then is Credit, this really dark brown. I've not used that. And then there's those 3 shimmers that I haven't used, but for the most part I've been able to test the palette out over the last 3 days, and I feel like it's a really good palette. I would recommend it at sale price. I looked on my Look Fantastic account yesterday and it was £22 and 8 pence, but then I also had to pay for delivery, so it worked out around £26. Even at £26 I would say it's well worth it, because they normally retail for about £42 in the UK, I think. I'd have to go and check again on the Look Fantastic website. Let's have a look now and then I can show you, so I don't have to keep checking and telling you I'm checking. I'll just type it in really quickly. She says, I don't know if it's in stock there anymore because it's not really coming up, unless it's being discontinued. I can see the Soft Glam. Right. £46, the Soft